There we go. All right. Bro, why'd you even name the bill, bro? Well, watch out, bro. Well, watch out with that. All right, y'all can hear me now. All right, what's good, y'all? I'm gonna start over again because I don't think y'all heard me. What's good, Red? What's up, TM? I saw the Power Rangers. Uh, I really grew up with the Power Rangers like that, but I look at my copper skin because it was looking clean. I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging in you. So please let He just got his own intro music now. That's crazy.
Nah, bro,
But,
that's your intro music. Nah, bro, I'm for real. I'm a cop of Power Ranger skin for sure, bro. I'm getting Tommy Green Ranger.
Green Ranger is the goat, bro.
Facts, bro. See, you even grow up with Power Rangers for real, bro. You already know that Tommy is the goat, bro.
Bro, every time I've seen Power Rangers, bro, Green was always my guy. I was like, yeah, that's me right there. That's me right there.
Over the course of the years, bro, I mess with a few like the Red Rangers, the Black Rangers, but there was no Green Ranger that could ever amount to Tommy, bro. He was just built different.
That's facts. All right.
All right, let's get
Let's get
into
to the
this.
thick of it.
What are we? What movie are we gonna start with?
Let's do Superman first because low key, I kind of have more fun with the Fantastic Four. I still thought Superman was a better movie, but Fantastic Four to me is more enjoyable. If that makes sense.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, because Superman, I ain't gonna lie. Sure, it's good. I know it's good. I fell asleep though. Fantastic Four.
That's
It,
crazy.
Fantastic Four. The characters were all right. They could have been better, but I was awake though. Honestly, there was more to make fun of the Fantastic Four than there was to Superman, which is why I found it so entertaining. Because I couldn't really make fun of Superman. It was just a decent movie. Fantastic Four, it was kind of mediocre. So I enjoyed it more because I was making fun of it while I was watching it. Which, bro, I got a lot of complaints about that, but we'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll talk about Superman. So let me just get this. Let's just get this right off the bat, bro. When it comes to Superman's suit, I liked the aesthetic, bro. The bright colors, especially when we came from Henry Cavill, and he had like the darker blue. I'm like,
Yeah,
we got the bright colors, we got the underwear on the outside. I'm liking this, bro. But other than that, the suit's fucking trash, bro. Let's keep it a buck. The design, it's bad, bro. It's baggy, and it has like weird like lines everywhere. Like it doesn't look. I don't like the suit. I don't get the hype for the suit.
I will
I
say
I, I really don't.
I don't care, but that is one of my complaints about the suit. It's too textured. I'm like, I feel like those patches, all those lines, it wasn't necessary. Other than that, I thought it was okay.
It just because David Corns was the actor. He posted like his physique, and it was a solid Superman physique. But it's like we never really saw that for real. Like we didn't even see like they could have like added like muscles to the Superman, but it was just like it was very like you said patchy, it was stitched together, and I was just like I think it really had potential to be a good suit, like a really really good suit, and then I hope they change it, but nah,
Honestly,
bro.
what bothered me the most, dog, is that S, bro. That S was whack.
I kind of frick with the S though, but just because of the fact that it was inspired from Kingdom. I think James Gunn said he inspired it from Kingdom Come, but
Mm,
I will say though it is like on like maybe like one of like the planar like S symbols that we've gotten.
yeah,
Um,
pretty minimalistic.
yeah, but like I said though, I really like I really like how now even with Marvel like we're in like the era of like the return of bright colors because I'm sure you've seen the new Spider-Man suit.
I did.
Um, yeah, they were like, yeah, we got to show this off before Holland before Holland leaks it or spoils it or some shit.
Not facts.
But yeah, I like the brighter colors. I think it's looking good. Trying to think what else. So there's like this widespread kind of criticism about Superman as a character.
Mm,
And I kind of fall in line with that camp where this Superman he's a little too emotional, bro.
he's a little bit of a bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Like like I said, bro. Like I remember seeing the clip they first showed of the interview scene. I'm just like, why the fuck is he screaming at Lois like that? I'm like, is this like in a like I legit got abusive relationship vibes from that clip, bro, and
Yeah,
also from that scene where they're just fucking screaming at each other. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then you and I we talked about it. Like I think during like when we were like gaming or something, or maybe it was like when we last talked about, it, but
yeah,
it was so bad that Lois was about to break up with
yeah.
Superman. Like what? Like that's
she called for
so
that, bro.
crazy.
She fake for that. Like that's actually crazy to me, bro.
One like a few arguments, and she's just ready to call it quits. Like
Not for real.
the scene where she's like, man, you always get like this," and then she like walks to the sink with her back turned to him, and he was like, Lois,
Was she?
what did you mean by that?
Would she
Lois,
be
what
the
did you
one
mean by
instant?
that? I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like,
Not for
I don't.
like. How are you going to instigate and then start something like you always get like this? But you made them like that. What you mean? What are you talking
But
about?
I'm like, yeah, you should just like drop the idea of doing an interview if you do. He's like this, bro.
Exactly, bro. It's like honestly, bro. Like I, I'm with her. Like that's annoying. It's
Like,
like, bro, you don't have to get so upset. Like it's not.
yeah, I think she's valid. I just think it's crazy that she just instigated the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm saying though. It's like if you're annoyed, you know what he's gonna do. Like just don't interview
Exactly, bro. Super shit. Come on, Lois. You know I hate that one the most. I'm like,
with
oh, I was like, oh no. I'm like,
so, you
not like this. not
know, she
not
goes
like
to
this.
scrap on options. She's like, "Ooh, let's do this one tonight." No, Louis, you know I don't like
No, no, no.
Louis. Please.
And I mean, I'm just like I said, and I think the DCU is gonna be fine, but there's like a lot of things I'm not happy with like the direction they're going. Like for one, we're having all these established superheroes because we got Hawk Girl, we got Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. They're also getting Hal Jordan and John Stewart. We got Mister Terrific. The Batman that we're gonna get, he's like super experienced, and he's on his fourth Robin, which is gonna be Damian. And then we have Superman, who's just kind of like this new kid on the block. And I'm like, so you couple his lack of experience being a hero with his emotional like attitude. Like, is he supposed to be the one to lead the Justice League?
It's gonna be Batman. Let's give it a bug.
Like it better be low key. I hope it is because I'm like I would follow this man to
I mean,
battle with
well,
Darkseid, bro.
Superman might, he might pull up like the occasional speech, like Bruce, this isn't the way. This is not human, you know. But
But
I
he's even much more. He's like,
it's,
Bruce, it's okay to be human. Like, it's okay to be angry, to get scared. But you put one foot in front of the other because that's human.
and then Bruce hit him with the Clark.
It's
You
like,
vaporize half the planet over one. What are you talking about, Kane? The Joker killed your abusive girlfriend, and then you went and threw a tantrum. What are you talking about? Yeah, no. That would be crazy. They did.
honestly, yeah, this Superman wouldn't even kill the Joker, to be honest, bro. He would probably just like cry himself to death if the
Probably.
Joker were to kill Lois, bro. Like, but
There's no way James Gunn is going the Injustice route. I don't see it. Not with that Superman. I don't see it. No.
Yeah, like I don't even really know. Like he's gonna have to mature him a little bit. But I'm like, this is like his third year.
Yeah, like
So
they act like he just dropped.
yeah,
Like what the hell?
exactly. Like
He's
no,
been
it's
in
like
the item
he's been here
shop for a little
for
bit.
3 years, and
Yeah.
then another thing we talked about, or I talked about, was that like it's not really like an issue with like just this movie, but just an issue with general, where it's just like exposition writing, I think, is not a good mechanic to do storytelling. So I was already like pissed off at the beginning of the movie. Well, honestly, I thought the movie was gonna be trash, and so I walked in, and so I'm just seeing like the after the opening credits, just like this like timeline of events. Like this date, the metahumans first appeared, Superman first appeared, Superman did this, Superman did that, and then Superman fought in the war, and then which is kind of crazy because Superman fighting in the war like was that like the focal point of this whole story, but we didn't even see that. Like we saw the war, but we didn't see what spited him to intervene. Like say what you will about Batman versus Superman, because they kind of did the same thing, but Superman like legit pulled up to Africa and then fucked shit up over there, and so we visually saw like what happened and why it really upset
The
the
boys
United
say
States
my
government.
business, bro.
For real, bro. And
Like that.
then we cut to Superman lost the fight for the first time. And it's, yeah, we see him falling from the sky like we see in the trailer,
Yep.
hitting the Yamcha pose. Then he's getting jumped by fucking Crypto and then dragged to the Fortress of Solitude. And I was watching with my mom, and my mom was like, yeah, Ace would never. I'm like, yeah, I told her, I'm like, can you imagine if Batman's dog fucking dragging him through the streets of Gotham to get to the to the Batcave or some shit?
Bro,
Like, nah, hell no, nah, bro.
if I see that, bro, I'm like, yo, Batman, man, do you need help, bro?
I'm getting out of Gotham, bro. Gotham's already a shithole anyway, bro. But if Batman's moving like this, nah, I'm out there, bro.
Yeah, nah,
I'm moving Metropolis, bro.
My boy Bruce could never, bro. Nah.
Like that's fucking crazy. And then
you see Alfred just carrying him out. Hey, bro, you got Alfred walking you out, gang.
Alfred out there holding the door open for Ace to let him through. But yeah, and then we just see him like throughout the movie. He's just losing. He's losing all of his fights for the most part. And I get it though, like the Hammer of Baravia or Ultraman, which I hate that they went the Ultraman route with him, because like Ultraman isn't like a clone. He's like a Superman from like Earth 3.
Yeah.
That's evil. And so I'm like, well, if we're gonna, if you introduce the Flash and then do the multiverse, and then you do like the Crime Syndicate storyline, which I think will be cool, but it's like, it's kind of weird, like, to go from Ultraman to like, I don't know, what would you call him? Ultraman? It's the same thing I felt like when they introduced Miles in the Insomniac stuff, and they call his powers Venom, and then but it was like, we still have Venom.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's yeah, I get, he's a clone of Superman, but it's like, yeah, it's like, bro, but like he has your weaknesses, bro. Like he has, I know Lex is controlling him, but there's gotta be something that you can use to beat him. Come on, bro.
Hey, this isn't the way. You're not acting human right now. We need to act human.
I know you're not human, but you gotta act human for real. But yeah, I don't know, like just, and then I think, but James Gunn even said that he wanted like a weaker Superman anyway, and it's just like, but then it's like he's not really like Superman. Like the weaker part of Superman like is Clark Kent. That's like saying that like we're like having Clark Kent and then like a little stronger Clark Kent. It's like saying we have like a Peter Parker and then a little stronger Peter Parker, and not Spider-Man. So
I don't know if it's really the
know.
issue, the persona. I think it's more the strength. Like,
yeah, like, it's the strength, 100%.
Yeah, because Superman definitely doesn't act like Superman. Like I can see him and Clark Kent being the same person. But I don't know. I think strength wise, I think he's okay. Like no one's definitely like running the ones with him on the planet, which is why like they needed like the giant kaiju monster, Ultraman. Mm-hmm. Even with Ultraman, they saw the jump up with the other chick. Until
but not even in the first, but not in the first fight though. I think that's who beat him when he first fell from. Yeah, that he beat him 1-on-1. When he after he fell from the ice.
Was it
They
Ultra?
were the two. Yeah, Ultraman was the one that that dropped him in the ice, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
I play even more. Like, see, like there's people capable of handling him, but it's like they're like either as strong as him or stronger, and that's few and far in between. So I think like strength wise, he's okay. Because if he was like way stronger than Ultraman, I go lie, the movie would be kind of boring, in my opinion. You know, you see him go one
yeah.
A,
Like
A,
I
one
get that, but it's like this is our first introduction to this version of this character. It's
A. I
like
mean, yeah, but
and like
I
it's like
think
he's like
he's
losing all the
okay
time. Like
already. You know, like he got to struggle a little bit, like a little bit.
I get that. I honestly I thought that what they would do, like I didn't know that Ultraman was gonna be like, and he left. No way for him to pop back up. Why am I so fucking zoomed in on here? There we go.
My bad, dog.
All right, Mill's back.
Hero.
Oh, all right. I forgot what. Oh, yeah, I didn't think that Ultraman was gonna like. I don't know. Like, I think like a part of me thought that I honestly thought it would be like the kaiju.
Yeah,
Maybe he like lost to the kaiju, and then he got dropped off in the ice, and then he spun the block. But it's like every time he went up against Ultraman, he was getting his ass kicked. Or I'm like, they could have given us like some sort of different threat to kind of like establish, kind of like what they did in Man of Steel with Henry Cavill. Because like like he was doing shit on his own for a while, then Zod and the other Kryptonians show up and they're like on his level, and then he was like, oh damn man, they really beat my ass right now. Well, I gotta lock in for real.
yeah,
They could have probably just like given us
or Farm harder.
something better. Like I feel like it would be tantamount that like if they did a Batman movie and like instead of seeing him beat up thugs for the first time, he just goes against like an actual like crazy villain, like I don't know, like Ra's al Ghul or Bane or something, or any other like the high tier rogues, but he just like loses. It's like dang, like because did we even see Superman fight like
Like
any
a
like henchman like at the beginning? Because I know he fought like the robots at the end near the end of the movie, which he didn't even fight them on his own. He had he had to bring his dog.
yeah. I mean, well,
I forgot about that.
Crypto though. He didn't need crypto, but
Yeah, I guess why did oh no because I forgot. Yeah, he saved crypto, and then he was like, you know, bro, you just stay with me. And Mr. River was like, you brought that dog, man. But I don't know. I feel like this might low key be the weakest live action version of Superman we've ever seen though.
strength wise.
Strength wise, 100%.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. How how easy did he beat the kaiju monster? Because I was not awake for that.
Well, I remember he was more. That's one thing I do like about the Superman is that he's he's a lot better at saving people than Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah,
You know, like I know people meme like the Aura Farm like scene and shit, but like because I rewatched after watching this one, I did rewatch Man of Steel in BVS, and it's like I because I was because I'm like I didn't really like I understood what Zack Snyder was going for Superman, but like even then I rewatched the movies and I'm like, oh okay, like this kind of makes more sense. Like the point was that like I it wasn't that Superman was like letting them die. It's like he was trying his best to save people,
by standing there.
but he couldn't save like everybody. Well, not even just the court scene, but that's because the bomb in the wheelchair was full of lead. Because I legit forgot that. I was like, did he really just like because people were also going back to like the boys scene
Yeah.
where Butcher was about to blow up him and Homelander zooming out, and I was like, yeah, like why the fuck didn't he just do that? I'm like, because how fast did that bomb go off? But the bomb was in this guy's wheelchair, but it was covered in lead, so he couldn't see that shit.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, I get it. And then, but throughout BVS, he was trying to save people, but he couldn't save everyone. And he was like, he was feeling guilty about it at least, but he still kept trying. But he was ore farming too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie,
He,
but that's
he
funny,
was.
bro. It is like, damn, man, I'm trying my best, but like,
He's ore farming.
I can't save everybody, bro. Like, dang, man, y'all see the fit though? Like, I'm
Yeah,
trying.
like he's like, I'm trying, but like shit, like come on, beat the fit, bro. Like I'm looking clean right now.
Crazy, bro.
I mean, I will say though, I mean, like, bro, Henry Cavill's suit, bro, like
It was
that
clean.
shit is clean
It
though. I
was
can't
clean,
even
bro.
lie. I
It,
can't even lie. That shit is so
Henry Cavill
clean.
pulled up, bro. A building is falling on top of you. He pulled up. He's like, "Hey, hold up. I got to do a fit check real quick." I'm gonna be like, "You know what? Go ahead, bro."
Yeah, it's not like it's like a trash fit. At least it's a fire fit.
I was like, "All right,
It's a
all
fit.
right."
He's worthy to Orifar basically.
Nah, for real, bro. He can hit me his phone and be like, "Hey, can you get a quick pick of the fit before I say?" Maybe like, "Yeah, sure, bro. I got you, man." The day, Henry, I see you, bro. All right. Hey, bro, you
He's
looking
like,
clean, yes, sir. Looking clean. You know, I wouldn't do that for David Cornswell. I'd be like, "Bro, just let me
I'm like,
die.
what? I'm like, yeah, what's this bag ass shit, bro? Man,
Let me
hell
die.
no, bro. Take the
I
shit
won't be
off,
saved
bro.
by you, bro. Ain't got no deal.
Yeah, hell no, bro.
Barely got the bitches, bro. Barely.
His bitch was about to leave her, bro.
Yeah, facts, bro. Cause he act like Clark too much, bro. Be Superman. Stop being Clark.
He doesn't always. People were
Clark.
saying that a lot of people were saying that he acts like Superboy. I'm like, he kind of is Superboy, bro. I'm just like, man. So like I said, man, I hope we do like a time skip. He's like more experienced and like he's like done with all the kiddie shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. That just kept like taking me out throughout the whole time. Like, and then even like with his fights, like he wasn't really like the MVP
I'll go
of the
get.
movie, bro.
I said my lunch is finished. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Oh, okay, word.
But you can keep talking if you want, though. I'll still be listening.
Oh, word. Yeah, he wasn't even like when it came to like the fights and stuff. Like he wasn't the MVP, bro. That was Mr. Terrific. And I'll tell you, bro, James Gunn and Warner Brothers or DC Studios and whoever's in charge, bro, they would be fucking stupid to not do like a Mr. Terrific TV show or a Mr. Terrific movie, bro. That man was moving clean. That scene where he was saving Lois Lane, nah, bro, that shit was so tough. Damn, they just posted another picture of Tom Holland's new Spider-Man suit, bro. It's so crazy how this movie like just started filming and like there's already so much shit. Like I don't even know if it's like being leaked or anything, but because it's like I don't know, it's crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. And I thought, you know, um, uh, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I thought it was pretty good. My mom didn't like Guy Gardner. I'm like, well, you're not really supposed to like Guy Gardner. He's a dick, bro. He's like the worst Green Lantern. And I'm hoping they recreate the scene when they introduce Batman, where Batman knocks him out with one punch because he was annoying the shit out of him. Um, I was really disappointed with Hawkgirl, and not that she was like trash or anything. Like I can't say anything bad about her, but I also can't even say anything good about her because she was barely in the movie. And I was really excited to see what they were gonna do, with Hawkgirl because obviously there are like many different versions of the Justice League, but the one that I'm most accustomed to was the TV show, and it had Hawkgirl in the Justice League, and so in my mind she's a part of the OG7. Um, and she never had like a live action thing besides the Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, and she was only on there for I think one season. So it was interesting to see her back, and I forgot the Isabella Merced. I thought she was fine for the role. The freaking um hawk like screech that she did, I thought that was a little too extra. They should have just went with like the battle cry that was in the Justice League cartoon that Hawkgirl did. But other than that, she was okay. Like we just didn't see much of her. But um, same with Metamorpho. Like I thought that he would be in the movie more than he already was. But it was kind of neat to see him spin the block for the final battle during the war. But nah, Mr. Terrific, bro. He It's a tie between him and Lex Luthor for the best character of the movie, bro. But Mr. Terrific, man, that boy was moving clean as hell, bro. I can't even lie. And I'm not even like a big Mr. Terrific glazer like that for real, especially after what they did with him on Arrow. That man was getting his ass kicked for about like damn near two and a half seasons straight. Like that's crazy. But nah, that boy was cooking this fight. And then speaking of Lex Luthor, man, that was peak, right there. True hater energy, bro. You could just feel his hatred and dis disdain for Clark, bro, for Superman, just by him existing, bro. And then like he pulled up to his house, fucked up his shit, killed all the robots, and then kidnapped his dog, like, and then rage baited him into thinking that he was just acting like he didn't kidnap his dog. Like that shit was crazy, bro. Nah, but nah, bro. Lex Luthor. That's probably like one of like the best versions of Lex Luthor we had like in a while. I still think Michael Rosenbaum is the best live action one. Um, he on Smallville. Um, I don't even think we really had a bad Lex Luthor for real. The guy that was in Superman and Lois was pretty good. John Cryer on Supergirl, he carried. He stole the show every time that he was on, and he carried season 4 for sure. Um, Clancy Brown, obviously the goat. Even though every time I hear his Lex Luthor voice, I do hear Mr. Krabs. And then I forgot the guy that was in the Reeves stuff, and then even the guy that was in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh. He was also, yeah. We never really had a bad Lex Luthor for real.
Facts.
What did you think of Mr. Terrific, bro?
That boy was terrific. I ain't gonna lie.
For real, bro. Like,
Fantastic.
bro was so good that I low key want to buy. I'm gonna buy his skin in Fortnite when it comes back. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but he was definitely goaded.
He was moving clean, bro. I don't think no Superman ever saved Lois as clean as Mr. Terrific did, bro. Normally that bit would just be falling from the sky and they would just catch, but now this dude put a dome around her. It was just like flipping all around her and shit. Like, nah, man, goated, bro.
Just call him Mr. Aura.
Honestly, yeah, bro, yeah. Or horrific, bro, horrific.
Horrific.
That's gonna be his new name, is Mr. Horrific. Yeah. So I talked about him. I talked about Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern. You know, I think he killed the role because Guy Gardner is supposed to be unlikable. And he did his role. I talked about Hawk Girl, and I'm like, you can't say anything good about her, but you can't say anything bad because she was barely in the movie, but
Yeah.
she was all right, yeah, I would say Mr. Horrific and Lex Luthor are tied for best character in the movie for sure.
Facts. They're definitely the top performances.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like acting wise, like the acting in the movie was pretty solid. I just think that they owe David like with the script because he basically had to act like a man child
Uh,
for Superman, which sucks. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that his Superman was like complete trash. Like, there were like some like, so I like how Superman took the time to Superman really he didn't even really like just save people though. Like, he would save them and then like he would talk with them to make sure that they were okay. Or
yeah.
like normally Superman would just like save people and then he would just like fucking fly
Save the
off. Yeah, or in some cases maybe do like what Insomniac Peter did when he saved that guy in Spider-Man 2 and then just tossed him to the ground
next better,
and
bro.
then swung away. Um, but yeah, no, I like that. Then even him saving the squirrel and that one dog. I was like, okay, I like this bro. He respects not just humans, but all life in general, and he does his best to save all life. Like I frick with that, and I frick with the speech he gave to Lex at the end. But then Crypto kind of ruined it the whole moment when he pulled up and just started biting the fuck out of him. And that's my next issue with the movie. Like, I think James Gunn is a great director, a great writer, and I think his comedy like is pretty good where it fits. And I felt like every time we had a good serious scene, it was ruined by some sort of like jokey, funny scene.
Yeah,
Kind of like a Marvel movie, honestly. And I don't know how to feel about that.
I can see that.
Um, I mean, it didn't complete my immersion. I think another thing too is just like the movie was just moving way too fast. Like,
Mhm.
he could have definitely slowed down a little bit and like kind of like let things internalize. So I do think that the movie itself was rushed because he did move the date up. I think by like a few weeks by advance, maybe a month. Um,
I know that.
but I think there could have been more scenes and more arcs to flesh out. Some characters more and some storylines more. Um,
I mean, it kind of makes sense though. Like it's the origin movie. It's gonna feel rushed, especially with how rushed
mhm.
he made it. Yeah, it definitely does feel it that way. But hopefully, Supergirl ties in and builds up the universe more, and then we have our unanswered questions explained in that movie. But I'm not sure. We gotta wait and see.
Yeah, hopefully, because man, it just felt like if you blinked, or in your case, if you fell asleep, you just missed like 10% of the fucking movie.
I don't
With
know.
how fast they were moving,
Bro.
like god damn. But like I said, I thought it was solid. It's okay. The post credit scenes I thought were kind of trash.
I'm not
No,
like
no, the one with Mr. Terrific, it was funny, but like there was no build up to anything in the future whatsoever, and that was kind of disappointing.
to be fair. James Gunn did say he was gonna do that though.
Oh, he did. I didn't know
He
that.
was gonna see future movies in the end credits. I guess it's a Marvel thing,
I no,
but
I guess it makes sense because he did say that he didn't want this to be like a Marvel thing where like everything's like an interconnected storyline. Like everything is gonna be on its own, but it'll have like some crossed over like storylines and characters. Of course, we saw like the cameos for this one. We had
mhm.
Peacemaker and um uh Colonel Flag. Um, But I don't know because it's like this is the start of, like the DCU though, and it's like when you do compare it to Marvel, like with the first Iron Man, the post credit scene was Nick Fury, and then he was talking about setting up the Avengers Initiative, and it's like you just knew that like shit was just about to blow up.
Facts.
But it's like here, it's like we don't really know what to expect. We see Supergirl walking, not even walking, she's stumbling in because she's drunk off of something, and then she's like goofing off with Crypto. And I forgot to even mention that because I know I mentioned this will be the third and last time I mentioned this, bro. I fucking hate this version of crypto with my entire being, and I hope that I never have to see that mutt again, bro. I hate crypto. I hated crypto so much. Worst dog ever, bro. I think bro hit the button again. Wait for him to pop back.
My fault, bro. But
Each other.
that boy definitely about to be in Supergirl.
Yeah, I know, bro. But like, it's like, dang, bro. Like, any of the dogs from Stray would have been more help with Superman than Crypto was, bro. My God,
They probably got freaky.
but probably would have been more effective. I'd rather see. I honestly, nah. I was about to say I'd rather see Crypto hump Superman's leg than like bite him up and shit. But nah, I don't think I would want that, bro. I just want Crypto just to be a good dog, bro. Is that so much to ask for?
Be a good
Like,
boy.
damn, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, nah, he's a
That's
shit.
Dylan, bro.
He's not even a bad dog, bro. Nah, Dylan's no. You know, I'm gonna say this, bro. We owe Dylan an apology, bro, because Dylan's a good boy compared to fucking Crypto, bro.
Compared to Crypto, definitely.
Yeah, so someone can clip this and send that to him too, bro.
Shout out to Dylan.
Yeah, shout out to
Really,
Dylan, brother. Dylan a good boy for real. Dylan's a good dog.
you good boy, Dylan.
He's gonna get so pissed off.
The crash girl.
Yeah, for real, bro. But yeah, but when it comes, I'm excited for Supergirl though. I'm excited to see what we'll do with her.
She's bad. I know
That's all.
that.
That's all you gotta say. She's just bad.
I don't know anything else about her, bro. She bad. I know that. That's all I know.
All right, bro.
She
That's all
bad.
you gotta.
I'll say that, bro. I would never let my dog like fling me like that. That's crazy, bro. What Crypto was doing to her.
Yeah, bro. And she was enjoying it too, bro. And they're
Yeah,
almost like, oh yeah, well, we see where she gets, we see where he gets his behavior from.
yeah. She don't discipline him.
Facts, bro. But who knows? Because her early run in comics, bro, she was like, I don't know, she was kind of like a tempered asshole who didn't care about anyone but herself. But she got better later on, so maybe they're going that route. But I just wonder. I just wonder what the vision is going to be for real. But I'm more so excited for Peacemaker season 2, bro. I know that's just going to be
Me
good.
too.
And Hawk Girl is apparently going to be in there, so maybe they'll give her more than, I don't know, like 5 minutes of screen time for the
I hope so.
show.
It's like Supergirl. I don't know a lot about Hawk Girl, but I do know this. She bad. That's all I know.
She was in The Last of Us, bro. The second season. She was Dina.
No.
And she was I remember seeing her interview from like I think she was on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, one of the Jimmys, and she was basically saying how she had to like catch like 50 flights in the span of a month because she was filming for Superman and The Last of Us back to back. And I'm like, that's some insane dedication right there. I don't know why she had to fly so much for Superman. Maybe she had more scenes. Maybe they just got cut. I don't know, but
Maybe
I'm just like, yeah, because I'm like, I'm trying to think. Like, she was probably in maybe like 5 scenes at most.
Yeah.
That I can think of, but yeah, I think those are my thoughts. I think, like I said, I think it's an 8 out of 10. I think some people give it way too much hate, and I think a lot of people hype it up way too much. Another thing too, the CGI or like the cinematography, I thought that was trash. I don't know, it just eh, the movie kind of looked and felt cheap. But then it's like at times when the CGI was looking good, the cinematography wasn't. It just wasn't looking good. And say what you will about Zack Snyder and the writing quality of his movies, but his cinematography was on point. Like they was looking clean, and then even like, and I'm just spoiled now, but the guy that did cinematography for the Batman, like the Batman is probably like the best looking DC movie since like Nolan. If we're being honest, it probably clears above what Snyder did. So to go from like those to like kind of like this, it's just like, ugh. But Gunn did say that every DC project is gonna have its own tone. So and maybe that means it'll have their own visual differences. They've really been talking a lot about they're making a Clayface movie. And I think they're gonna make it be a horror joint. So
I
I'm
mean,
really excited to see what they do with that. And I think we're getting that Clayface movie before we get Batman too, which is kind of wild. But
that's a little bit wild, but that does sound fire. Pretty excited for that.
yeah. So I think Superman's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.
It's
Overall,
it's okay.
it's a good movie. I kind of enjoyed it. If we're going out of enjoyment, I'd probably give it a 6, but I don't think I can give it a score that low. So,
How
I
did
think
you feel about them using the Christopher Reeves theme?
I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Like I know that's like the iconic Superman theme, but it's
Like, that's
like
yours.
but it's like why yeah, like why would you, and I get it, like it sounds different, but it's like why don't you just create like an original theme? Like for the trailer, I was cool with it. I was like, okay. I'm like because they're trying to maybe capture the vibe or that essence that Christopher Reeves had. I'm like, okay, sure. But then I was hearing it in the movie, and then they kept playing it like the most like I hate when superhero movies kind of have that notion of like playing their theme just like so many times during the movie, but especially at times where it's not needed. Like remember that scene where he was fighting like the kaiju and he was burrowing under the ground like all some Looney Tune shit, and then he busts off the ground. They start playing the Superman theme. I was like, what for? He didn't do anything. But I don't know. I would prefer if they went with just a new theme. But
Yeah,
that's a nit more so like a nitpick though. But
yeah.
it's okay. I mean, I probably would watch it again in a
I
while.
will because I fell asleep. Because I fell asleep.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. All right, are we about to move into Fantastic Four territory?
Yes, sir.
All
So we first,
right. So, what did you think about Fantastic Four?
it was a really fun train wreck. I'm
My God! Wow.
gonna say that.
You didn't like Fantastic Four?
Oh no, I liked it.
What made you think it was a train wreck?
The casting, the acting, the action,
Okay, those are all pretty valid. I'm not gonna lie.
and we'll dive into that as we go like through the movie. So first thing, the opening scene, man, when my boy Reed Richards was pulling out his pants, dog. I said out loud, that boy had sex. That was
That's
funny.
crazy.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, he actually did. She got the pregnancy test out. And then Franklin, that boy got conceived. That's cool and all.
What the fuck? That's so nonchalant, bro. Yeah, my boy Frankly, he got conceived. That's cool and all. He was like, what? Talking about the birth of a baby here, bro. You're like, that's cool and all.
I mean, well, he's not.
You are not light skinned, bro. You're not light skinned, bro.
All right, bro.
You ain't that nonchalant, bro. Don't do that.
Anyways, man. All he thought was kind of weird. That was Ben, who knew that Sue was pregnant. Like you think it would be her brother, but that was fine. And then, oh my god, bro, I understand he's the smartest man in the world, so he's probably thinking about a lot of stuff. But dog, Reed Richards is not that anxious, bro. Like, why is he so worried about everything? Damn, I'm gonna have a kid. I still gotta lead the Fantastic Four. I gotta make my wife happy. I'm Reed any size you need, Richards. Like, I want to get out 5 feet. We're gonna go into depth about that later. But bro,
I will say this though,
so much.
like he was anxious, and like you could tell that like because he's the type of guy that he wants to like prepare and plan for everything, and then just a fucking baby just comes out of nowhere basically.
Bro,
Because he said that
no. They
no no
had
no no no
that baby. They made that baby, bro. They was trying to make that
no
baby.
no I get that 100%. But remember though, they said that they tried multiple
Yeah,
times in the past,
okay, but
but
still,
nothing ever worked. But I think, but I will, in his defense though, I will say this is that like he was anxious. Like you could tell that he was hell. Even when they went face to face with Galactus, you could tell in his face that man was probably pissing his pants. But he wasn't no Superman, Superboy bitch though. He was still calm. He was still stoic. He was still stern. He wasn't throwing a fucking temper tantrum like Superman did. Like, yeah, I don't even think Reed even yelled at Sue, which I kind of was honestly expecting because I thought, is this gonna be like how guy superheroes are now? Like they're just gonna yell at their girlfriends now?
yeah,
But and honestly, in hindsight, that kind of made me like Superman like a little bit less because like I already like had the notion. I'm like, yeah, Superman's kind of he's emotional. He's a little bit in this movie, but then like you go to Fantastic Four and then you see all the shit Reed has to deal with, and it's like he's basically just like a family man, but he knows that he's like the man of the family, the head of the household, and so he's doing his best to remain calm, and it's like Superman is just out here outbursting every chance he gets,
no facts.
he crashing out, bro.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, that boy, I'm not gonna lie though. At the end though, he was starting to fold. He was starting to crack under pressure. But I do like how they touched on the notion, the fact that like he does, when it comes to like trying to stop like these threats, like he does think of the worst possible outcome
exactly. I do like.
just to come up with better solutions so that he doesn't have to do that. I'm like, I fuck with that, bro. I think that's deep. That's some
Yeah,
heavy shit.
what kind of pissed me off, but Sue was like, "How could you even think about giving our baby?" What you mean?
He didn't say that he was gonna do it, but he thought about it.
Yeah, and I'm with him low key. Like, you have to think about the worst things possible so you can get ready. Do you know what the
Hmm.
type of stuff Batman probably thinks of? He probably thinks of things way darker than Reed. He probably like, all right, I gotta sacrifice Robin, gotta sacrifice Alfred, gotta sacrifice Robin, gotta sacrifice the whole Justice League. Like, he'd probably be thinking about that on the daily, but he don't do
Probably.
it. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like, that was kind of great. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, you do it too much because like it's not like he said, hey, babe, let's just fucking give Franklin to Galactus, bro. We can't beat him, so just hand him over. Like, nah, he just said, yeah, I thought about it, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it for real.
Exactly, bro.
Um,
And maybe for her just to be like, yeah, we gotta do it.
well, so casting and casting aside, how did you feel about the actual characters though?
Not a big fan, honestly. Well, like I said, I like Reed being too anxious. I do see where you're coming from though, with all the stuff he has to deal with, but it's like we've never seen a Reed that nervous or like anxious before, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. And then Sue, I think it was kind of cool that they made her like a girl boss or whatever. I thought it was kind of cool, but she was like really annoying sometimes. Like giving birth, her own brother trying to help her out. She's like, "Get away from me!" It's like, bro, that's your blood. That's
I mean,
what you doing.
oh, okay, but come on, bro. Would you want Johnny helping you out while you're giving birth? I
No,
don't think so. I
definitely
don't
not.
think.
I'm just saying, it's like, come on, man. Like he's just trying to help, and then her crashing out on Reed for thinking about giving up the baby, just to be like, we have to give up the baby. It's like, bro, like, first of all, he already knew that. He's want to tell you that. And second of all, how you gonna be mad at him for making a plan that you agreed with? Just not like it makes no sense. And then I didn't like how she was able to solely push Galactus back just because I never say my child, bro. What? You tell me that she can solo Galactus? That's crazy.
Technically, she didn't though.
We'll talk more about that later. But Sue was like, she was like hit and miss for me. I ain't gonna lie. Johnny, I like Johnny. That boy was a rage baiter. That boy was always rage baiting. I love that guy. He pulled up all the recordings of the plants begging for mercy, played it in front of the
Hmm.
Silver Surfer, bro. Rage baited her, man. Asking Ben what time it is, rage baiting him, bro. That was fire. And then Ben was all right. I really wanted to like him, but he was just kind of there, which wasn't bad, but like he could have done more.
I agree with that.
I'm honestly low key disappointed in him. That boy, he said it's clobbering time, most hype scene of the whole movie, and it did nothing. It did nothing, bro.
Yeah,
I
what do
was
you mean, bro? He
at
saved
the
Reed.
age, I'm like,
He saved Reed, bro. He saved Reed.
I don't care about Reed. They need to stop Galactus, bro. Like what?
Yeah, didn't he like land on Galactus's head or something and save my boy
And
Reed?
Galactus
And he
ate
tries
that.
to
He was
originally.
like, dang, that was crazy.
Like,
Like,
yeah, it's Galactus, bro. I didn't kick. It's Galactus, bro. You know.
okay, but you're telling me Sue can do something about that, but not the thing. Like
She
what?
didn't. No. Sue didn't even push him by herself though. I think that's a bit of an over exaggeration, bro.
He literally saw. She died. She died fighting him, bro. Which was
Well,
just
that's because her powers took more effort. But no. Ben was helping her. Remember when he knocked down the building?
okay.
Yeah. So it's not like she did it on her own.
That literally got her started. She was
Well,
looking at. She was
what did Johnny do in that scene? What
huh?
did Johnny do? What did Johnny
Nothing.
do?
Johnny did nothing.
No, no, he did something, bro.
Johnny got the baby, brought it back to the crib. Galactus comes to the crib, takes the baby. Reed goes to save Franklin.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm gonna
I
kill
remember that.
myself.
I remember Johnny was about to sacrifice himself, and then which I didn't like. The fucking Silver Surfer just because you remember when he fucking rage baited her, she just upped and flew away.
Yeah,
So she didn't even he asked her for help, and she didn't even say anything. She just flew away, and then she comes back, pushes him out the way, and then saves him.
it was
And I'm
kind of
like,
crazy.
why? I was like, why? Like, what the fuck?
That was a
Like,
little confusing, but I was like, hey man, let my boy Johnny live. All right, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
I thought that was pretty crazy, but I could have swore he did something else, but
I mean, he saved Ben from space. Got the whole clobbering time thing.
that too. But
That was it. That was
I mean,
basic.
yeah, not trying to glaze, but I'm pretty sure Sue.
He was
Yeah,
literally
I think
just,
Sue is the strongest at the four though, bro.
but like canonically,
Yeah,
I think so.
because of her force field. So I guess that would make sense. But I also know at the same time, like I knew that like when they use too much of their powers, like they're gonna like fuck themselves up.
Yeah, which I thought was
Um,
good. Like, I thought it was good that she died. I was like, oh, all right. She's just
I
not
didn't
over.
even like though the death scene was trash. Like everyone knew she was gonna come back to life because they fucking revealed her in the chairs for
Oh yeah,
Avengers, bro. So I was like, this was just a waste of time. I'm like, they didn't have to do this. Plus, one thing that I didn't really like about this movie was that they this movie was basically just a copy of Rise of the Silver Surfer. It was like the same plot basically. Galactus is pulling up to eat Earth. The Silver Surfer is the Herald, and he comes over and fuck shit up, and then they ask the Silver Surfer for help. Then they all jump Galactus. Sue also dies in that movie, and then she's brought back to life. But I think by the Silver Surfer in that movie.
right.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of stuff, and even I saw from the trailer. That's why I was really looking forward to the movie because I'm like, it just really seems like the same plot that we've already seen before with Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Except I
Um,
feel like the characters and the character interactions in this movie is not as good.
I think it's different. This is one thing that I was talking about with the people that I saw that like it's not like the normal Fantastic Four that I was expecting, but in a sense, it kind of felt like the Fantastic Four was, which and it makes sense because I think they have what like 4 years of experience as or like some amount of time as the Fantastic Four, but like they all seem kind of more mature in a sense, like when you look at the older movies, Sue she was pretty hot tempered.
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna lie. You had Ben, no pun intended, but he was pretty grim most of the time, and then you had Johnny, who was just like he was immature as fuck. But but those are all core parts of their characters and their traits, and it's what their powers reflect. But I did like in a sense that like they kind of seem like they still had like those traits within themselves,
But
but in a sense they felt more grown up in a sense. Especially John surprised me the most too because I was expecting him to be cracking jokes 100% of the time and not taking anything seriously, but it's like no, like he knew that he that boy knew he had to lock in for real. Um,
which,
and
uh,
which like I said, it's different, but I can understand why they did that because it's easier to have this version of these characters bounce off of the Avengers in a
yeah,
sense. Because the Avengers, like they tell jokes and shit and whatnot, but like when it comes down to it, bro, like when they lock in, like they locked in. Um,
I don't know though. 'Cause, like I
but
can't really see honestly any of them making jokes like that. Like even Johnny, I can't really see that.
yeah, like they just seem
Always locked
more
in.
yeah, more mature and more locked in, and it kind of makes you wonder. And I did like that because it's like every time we see the Fantastic Four, they're either fighting Doctor Doom or Galactus. So I did kind of like how we had like the timeline and how they actually showed us them fighting like the other rogues gallery of the Fantastic Four. But it makes you wonder. It's like like it's like there was like no way that they like just through time they just kind of got older and matured up. Like something crazy must have happened, Loki, and they were like, "Yeah, we gotta lock in." The thing,
9/11
I
happened.
think he was. I think the Thing was the best character in the movie. Just and the only reason why was because, and that was one thing I liked from the trailers. Like I was excited to see sort of like a mutated like freak character type not being hated by the public.
That was really cool actually.
I like that. I wish that they did more with him. Like I feel like they didn't do much with him, especially with him and that girl
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
at the church, the orphanage, or whatever it was. Yeah,
And she,
I was kind of hoping for more of that,
I'm
but
like,
they didn't really press on that. But I'm like, yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity because, like you said, he was kind of just there, but like the scenes where he was present, like I said, I really liked this version of the Thing, bro,
mm,
because he kind of also seemed more because Reed has like the scientific, smarts, but like Ben in a sense he kind of
everything
seems like wiser,
plane
you
can
know?
fly a spaceship. He can drive a car. That boy can get down the kitchen. That boy can grind stone. He's
Yeah, bro, like
bro. Like that boy a handyman.
he really accepted that like this is who I am. Nothing's ever gonna change that, and this is also like the best version of me. So I just gotta find a way to make it work, and
Thanks.
that boy also made it work. And I like the facial hair too. Because that was a thing from the comic, so I thought it was
I really like
dope
the
to see
beard.
that. And the it looks goofy as fuck, but the eyebrow because they didn't have the eyebrow in the past two versions.
I kind of like the brow.
Yeah, I frick with the brow, bro. It's a little goofy, but I mess with it. I will say this though, I forgot to mention this because of CGI. The movie was bad. I felt the worst of it was Johnny's fucking the fire
Yeah,
stuff. That shit was trash, bro. And like
we can
this
go.
might sound crazy, and I've seen a few people say this there, here and there, but Fantastic Four, I think 2015 with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm, like that shit was trash, and it did a lot of stuff wrong, but when it came to the Human Torch and the fire effects, I think that was like they had the best fire effects in that movie for sure.
I can't commentate because I didn't see it. So
Like, so like how like in this one and probably also like the older ones that like his body like it's just like fire and then
yeah,
like his body turns red, bro, and like it was so realistic, bro. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, it with Michael B. Jordan, it was like which it kind of makes sense because he's already black. But this so it's gonna sound crazy, but like his skin, like his figure would turn kind of like ash for real. Like it wasn't like this like bright red, but it was like a darker, no racial, a darker color with
that
fire all around him. But it was like a realistic flame. Like it looked pretty sick.
That boy got darker.
For real, bro. It went from crisp to burnt, from brown to straight black, bro. It was crazy.
Oh, this Stacy is crazy.
But you know, characters like I like I liked, you know, the message, you know, of family
Yeah,
and whatnot. But it's like, and they've really leaned into that. But it's like, I just felt like I mean, I'm still not a fan of the casting for one, and I felt like the cast didn't have chemistry
yeah,
with each other. And then I rewatched the first two Fantastic Four movies with Chris Evans as Human Torch, and it's like, yeah, like they didn't preach the family stuff at all, but they felt more like a family, both writing wise and also, you
yeah.
know, acting wise. Like they felt really close. Like I think like Johnny barely interacted with Reed in this movie as well, which is kind of weird.
Eh,
I feel like Reed didn't really interact with anybody except for Sue for the most part. Like he had a few scenes with Johnny and a few scenes with
I,
Ben, but it felt like it was just more so with. It felt it was like Reed and Sue, Sue and Johnny, and then Ben was just by himself basically. It felt like the Fantastic Three, honestly.
God, they
It's
really,
like
bro.
it's like I swear, like every time that they were out there, like, you know, in the tower, and, you know, trying to figure out ways to stop Galactus, my boy Ben was just on the streets, bro.
For real, bro. My
I'm
boy,
like, they done kicked his ass out the house, bro.
crazy, bro. All
My,
right, Ben.
they,
You already know what time it is. I'm gonna need to get out of here. It's a terrific 3 now. But
they said, Ben, we're tired of you leaving like fucking rocks over the place, bro. You can't get your ass out of here, bro. You dirty the place up.
and then he goes to Yancey Street. He sees the girl. He's like, "Hey, love, things been grim lately, but you know, that's just life. I just ain't feeling so fantastic right now."
um,
But nah, yeah, you're right. It looked he really the whole movie felt like Reed and Sue, a little bit of Reed and Johnny, and then Ben.
yeah, like basically, Silver Surfer. I think it's kind of crazy how the Silver Surfer looks bad in her alien form that she does in human form, but
Loki, yeah.
yeah, but
It might just be the less clothes. That's probably what it is, honestly.
yeah, I would pipe the Silver Surfer down, bro.
Would you still, if the board was part of her?
Yes,
That's crazy.
that's yeah, no, like she'd be laid up on the bed, her feet up in the board, just like long. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, bro, I'll figure it out. Well, cause can't the board she can go through shit, bro. So yeah, I can like almost stick my body through the board and, you know, yeah, insert inside. She'll be like,
I'm riding the waves.
nah, bro, if you're hitting from the back, bro, she would be like she'll be in that position on the, I forgot like what it's called, but it's that one leg workout machine where like you're bent over, you know, the seat is right here, and you have like your legs up there, and you're like moving it up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it will be like, bro. That's what she'd be looking at. Her legs will have to be like arched. You'd be like, yeah, don't arch that back, bro, but arch some legs, bro. Keep that board up. Keep that board up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, bro. You know, man, bro. If I ever saw Silver Surfer, bro, shit, you know, something's getting devoured, and it ate the planet Earth, bro. I'm gonna tell you that, bro.
That's crazy. I go.
My
I'm also on that type of time, and I go lie.
my fault. I mean, she's bad, bro.
She's bad, and she has more of a character than Hawk Girl and Supergirl. So she already
That's true. That's true, bro.
I know more things about her than just being bad.
I just think it's just fucking stupid how she just says, "No, I'm not gonna help you, bro. You just fucking rage, baby." Then she flies off, and then she just pulls up out of nowhere.
Like, the rage bait's so good, it got me sacrificing myself.
For real, bro. I like Galactus. Galactus was okay.
I think it was kind of cool.
Yeah, he was better than the Cloud that we got, but
IFX.
You know, I did like how they couldn't even like for real like beat or kill this guy they were just like, all right, bro, let's just send him to like a universe millions of years away, bro.
That's crazy,
Um,
bro.
that is pretty crazy, but
Even
I'm
though
like,
he's
hey,
so hungry, bro, wherever he is, bro, like it's rash for whoever they did that to.
yeah, honestly, or they, yeah, exactly, they probably just like screwed over like a ton of planets. I'm like, why don't y'all just like prep? Like y'all fought him now just fucking prep and fly to space and kill that dude, bro.
Yeah, no, he probably will spin the block. If I was Galactus, I would definitely spin the block.
Now, when I was in the theater, bro, everybody cheered at the post credit scene with Doctor Doom.
No one cheered in my theater.
I'm not
But
gonna lie, bro. That post credit scene, I don't understand the hype, but that post credit scene was fucking trash, bro. We didn't even see what Doctor Doom is gonna look like. We saw him with the mask off, but we didn't even see what he's gonna look like. Because I'm gonna be real, I don't want this Doctor Doom to look like Tony Stark.
well, RDJ just kind of looks like Tony Stark by default. So
Yeah, well, that's the thing, but like, I'm kind of expecting that like his face is gonna be like all like scarred and fucked up and
right.
whatnot. But
I,
I don't know. But I wasn't a fan of the post credit scene. Just felt like a nothing burger, honestly.
I
Because
felt
we saw in the Thunderbolts that like something clearly happens because the Fantastic Four leaves their universe and then goes to Marvel's universe.
see, bro. That's what I thought they were gonna do. I thought they were gonna leave their universe to avoid Galactus and then like bring their Earth over, and then somehow there's gonna be like two Earths or like they like merge and collide or something. I don't know. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but
Now I thought that they were gonna like. I thought Doctor Doom was actually gonna appear in the movie, but like after they beat up Galactus, or one of the things that I thought because it's like we, we don't even really know the origin of this Doctor Doom for real because like Doctor Doom has the same origin as the Fantastic Four because he was with the Fantastic Four when they went into space, but like they didn't seem it seemed like they didn't have Victor Von Doom in that universe. Because I feel like if they did, they would have mentioned that he'd like died or disappeared or something when they did like the flashback. But
or maybe
I don't
when
know.
he was so bad they had to cut him out the flashback to make him look happy and perfect or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I thought Fantastic Four was solid. Would I watch it again? Probably not for a while. I would probably like. Oh man, this is tough. I would probably watch Superman over this just to see my goat Lex and Mister Terrific.
I would also
But with everything else, I will probably watch Fantastic Four. I will say another thing I did like the Fantastic Four when it came to the whole family thing because I did like how because I'm not gonna lie, like I think it's fucking crazy. And I mean, like I thought the memes were cool and funny and all, but like you gotta be fucking demented to ask somebody to give up their child
for the
like
world.
for the world or for like other people like that's their family, bro. And so I did like how she said I won't sacrifice my child for the world, but I'm not going to sacrifice the world for my child.
Yeah, that was
uh
hard.
yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like I forgot that because the people were starting to piss me off, and I swear I hate civilians in superhero movies, bro. It's like anytime something goes wrong, bro, they are always so quick to switch up
It's like the Green
on
Goblin said, bro.
on heroes, bro.
It's like the Green Goblin said.
One thing they love more to see a hero is to see a hero fail, but
Exactly, bro.
it's like it's just
Haters, bro.
it's so fucking crazy, bro. And low key, the vigilante types get it the worst though, if we're being honest, because they're like considered outlaws and not branded as like actual heroes. So
Facts.
like
The media makes them look worse.
yeah, basically it's like if something fucks up, they're like, yeah, fuck. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think out of the 8 seasons of Arrow, I think he got shit on by the public for every season. I'm not gonna lie.
Dang.
Yeah, because season 1 he was just pulling up and he was killing people, and so people didn't like that. 2, he was chilling, but some people still didn't fuck with him like that until the end. But the 3 people were like, "Oh yeah, he's good, he's chilling." But then the League of Assassins pulled up, and then they had like some copycat people like dressing up in his outfit, and then they were killing people. And instead of believing that he wouldn't switch up like that, they just believed that he switched up. Um, season 4, the uh the season villain's wife, the bad guy, his wife became the mayor, and so she turned the police against all vigilantes. Um, and then that got resolved. Season 5, he was public enemy number one for like 2 episodes for no reason.
Damn, bro.
Season 6, the city, the all the civilians in the city, they voted. I forgot. There was like an anti-vigilante law presented, and the civilians all voted that vigilantism should be illegal.
Thank.
And then, yeah, and so when it came season 8, and when it came to when Oliver died, and they did the funeral, and everyone was there, I'm like, man, y'all think us fuck for real, bro? Y'all switch up on this man every single season, and now y'all want to be sad that he's dead? Fucking Batman. I think I'm trying to think. Keaton. I think every Batman got shit on for real too. Besides maybe Pattinson, the most recent one, because the cops are kind of cool with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bale only had 3 movies, and he got shit on for 2 of them. The cops were on his ass. No, the cops were on his ass for all 3 of them actually. Beginning of Batman Begins, the end of The Dark Knight, and then the beginning of The Dark Knight Rises, bro. The cops were on him.
Damn, bro.
like,
Like look, he's black.
yeah, it's like I would, bro, like, shoot, yeah, and then Spider-Man, I'm trying to think, yeah, they switched up on him in Spider-Man 1, and then Spider-Man 3, though, he pulls up in the black suit, and he's like, people was turning in the photos of him, like, picking up, like, criminals, like, bikes, and, like, flinging them off them hoes, shoving, like, bad guys' heads in the car windshields, and the cops are just cool with that, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm like, that, yeah, like, that's crazy. And then the same thing with Garfield. Garfield, Tasm won. Garfield actually got shot by the cops.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. I just remember that he got shot in the leg. Even after the chief said, "Hold your fire," they still shot him, bro, while he was swinging away to stop the lizard. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm trying to think. Daredevil. I mean, well, the cops were corrupt, so that doesn't really count. And the Punisher. I mean, the Punisher's a serial killer, so that's kind of valid. But it's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, Vigilante's got it the worst, bro. I swear. I think even with Holland, bro. Because yeah. Fucking when Mysterio framed him for his own murder, even though Mysterio technically killed himself. He killed himself, and the public switched up on him.
That was after Mysterio, though. Homecoming, everyone was loving that little boy.
Nah, bro. Homecoming, they were about to shoot him down on top of the Washington Monument. Remember that?
Hmm?
You remember the cops were in the chopper when he was coming to Washington Monument? They're about to shoot at him because they're like, yeah, get your ass on the down, bro.
Dang. Hey, bro. Even Spider-Man can't get the lip. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he got like. Yeah, Keaton got shit on too. I think his first movie, the cops warmed up to him, and then so for like the rest of those, that they were chill with him.
I imagine that they do the same thing with Tom Holland Spider-Man, especially now that everyone's forgot. Probably.
Yeah, probably. But I'm like, man, yeah, vigilantes, bro. They got it. They got it tough. But yeah, I'm kind of getting sick of that trope, bro. Can we just stop having the public just switch up on everybody?
That too.
Because like it's getting kind of out of hand now. But like I'm surprised no one didn't blame the Avengers for what Thanos did, bro.
Loki, yeah. But speaking of Tom Holland Spider-Man, I wonder if he sees Doctor Doom, is he gonna see like Doctor Doom or like Iron Man? Like how's that gonna work? Like, are they just casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, or are they bringing back Tony Stark in the body of like what is that?
So comic wise, there is a variant of Doctor Doom that was like Tony Stark, that was Iron Man, and he became Doctor Doom. But Marvel, I think it was Feige himself or someone over on Marvel said that they're not going that route. That Tony Stark is not going to be Doctor Doom. Victor Von Doom is going to be Doctor Doom. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Okay. Because, like, especially that is the case, it would be really weird if Spider-Man was like, Mr. Stark, is that you? Like, come on, bro, don't lock in, you know?
Yeah, for real, bro.
At the same time, it'd be kind of weird if they kind of just, like, you know, like, no hate against RDJ, but like, why do you have to cast him?
Yeah, I don't know. They should have just went with Cillian Murphy, bro, or
Oh, that'd be,
Killian Murphy. I mean,
that was,
especially after how good fucking Oppenheimer was.
I still haven't seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, but oh man, that dude, he was just perfect. He was just perfect casting for Doctor Doom, bro. He definitely has the acting range too.
The aura farming.
He's a good actor, but
He was
I
always
don't
bad.
know if they sold it. But you know, Marvel. I think Marvel's been on a bit of an uptick lately, bro. This has actually been a good solid year for comic book movies. You know, I didn't think Brave New World was trash. I thought it was okay.
I didn't watch it.
Um, it wasn't even really Captain America. It was honestly a fucking Hulk sequel. It wasn't a Captain America movie, but
Mm.
for what it was and for what it was trying to do, it was okay. I thought the Thunderbolts was pretty good.
Thunderbolts, I enjoyed.
Uh, I think the Thunderbolts might have been my favorite movie this year out of the four.
Uh,
Yeah, if I had to write that, I'd probably put
yeah.
Thunderbolts at the top, Brave New World at the bottom, and then Fantastic Four or Superman could be interchangeable.
Interchangeable. Yeah.
But yeah, but then we got Peacemaker season 2 that's dropping later this month. We got there's a new Disney Plus. Oh, I mean, I forgot Ironheart. Did you watch Ironheart?
Nah.
That don't watch it,
Yeah, I heard the second season got canceled and all that.
bro. They knew it was trash, bro, because they didn't even market the show, and then they dropped half because it's 6 episodes. They dropped the first 3 episodes on one week, and then the last three the next week. So they didn't even drop them week by week. They're just like, yeah, bro, just put this shit out, bro. Just put this out, bro. And
Yeah,
then well, I'm gonna waste time marketing it, bro. Just market on like the day before it drops. I'm like, that's crazy. And then I remember seeing some guy trying to cope saying that that the fucking that well, you know, they did the same thing with Daredevil. Like I don't understand the hype for Daredevil Born Again, bro. I think on its own it's probably a good show, but like because it's a part of like what they did with the Netflix version, it's just it's so fucking trash. I don't know why people like the show so much. I fucking despise it. So actually, now that I'm thinking about all the shows and stuff, the first half of the year has been pretty fucking trash because we had Daredevil,
mm,
and then we had Brave New World,
yeah,
and I think we had nothing for DC. But
yeah.
but this part is starting to pull up. We got it. There's another Disney Plus show dropping. It's called Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Um, yeah, he's like a celebrity turned superhero. Um, I don't know much about the character, but from what I saw from the trailers, it looks interesting. So I might check it out.
That does sound interesting. So let me turn superhero.
And then I think they're doing Eyes of Wakanda this year, which is it's like an animated miniseries based on the history of Wakanda. So that could be good. It has nothing to do with like the Marvel timeline. Have you seen X-Men 97?
No, I've been meaning to watch that though.
Yeah, it's so good. Like I'm really that dropped I think 2023 I think. Maybe 2024, but I don't know, but like the second season doesn't happen until next year. But yeah, the first season that shit was fire, bro.
To
That
me,
that that was honestly peak Marvel content. Like peak superhero content, bro. That's probably like the best project since probably like Endgame and Infinity War. I think that was the best one. Like that, I don't think there are no flaws in that whatsoever. The storytelling was top
okay,
tier. The characters were top tier. The animation was crisp, bro. But that's because the people. In fact, and that's why I don't understand like what's going on with Invincible, bro. Because they just gotta get. I'm not trying to shit on the animators, but like it's kind of crazy to say this, but it's true. But like the people that animated X-Men '97 and also the trailer for Invincible season 2 were corn animators, bro. Believe it or not,
What?
they were corn animators.
That shout out to them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like y'all. I'm like yeah, you guys need to hire them, bro, because like they might be busy with animating the corn, but bro, them motherfuckers know how to animate, bro.
Give them a contract.
They they probably did the final episode, bro, or like at least like the battle with Conquest. Oh man, bro.
I'm gonna need to know what kind of coin they be working on too. That I'm playing.
All right, bro.
I'm playing, bro.
Yeah, but no, I think this is it's been a good year for comic movies, bro. After we begin just shit after shit after shit. Besides like a few like solid bangers like Deadpool, Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man is gonna be pretty. I think Spider-Man is gonna be pretty good. I'm really excited for that.
Brand new day.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be good.
I honestly don't know. Like we really know not much about it except that I think Hulk's gonna be in there.
Hulk and Punisher are gonna be in there. It's gonna be a grounded Spider-Man story. Scorpion from Homecoming is gonna come back. Um, and there's rumors that Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher are gonna fight each other. And there's also a rumor that Mr. Negative is gonna be in the movie.
I feel that's too bloated.
I don't think that, yeah, if they're going for a grounded, I don't think that. I think if anything, Spider-Man and the Punisher might fight each other, but because someone probably could put a bounty like on Spider-Man and then the Punisher's trying to claim it,
I can see
or the
that.
Punisher thinks that Spider-Man's like a criminal because that was a plot in the '90s in the '90s show. But they eventually team up
Yeah.
and they take out whoever was fucking shit up. The reason why Hulk is in there though is because Marvel and Sony have this deal. So if Spider-Man were to be in the MCU and have his solo movies, there has to be an MCU character present in the movies as well. So that's why Homecoming had Iron Man, Far From Home had Nick Fury, and No Way Home had Doctor Strange. Um, so for this one, I guess they're going with Mark Ruffalo, which I guess could be interesting because in the comics, when they did the whole memory wipe of when just to forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, he had a scene with Hulk, and Hulk spoke to him, and he called him by his name, and Spider-Man was like, "Well, how'd you know that?" And then Hulk said,
Me
"You made
touch.
everyone forget who you were. Banner forgot, but I didn't." The problem with that though is that like we haven't seen like the Hulk
Yeah.
since 2017, so
He with Hulk Hogan right now, bro. That's where he at.
facts, bro. Like this dude, yeah, he's Professor Hulk now, bro. Because and the whole point of Professor Hulk was that Bruce Banner and the Hulk are one. So I don't, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, because the thing is though that if they are one, then he's not gonna remember because that means they both forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they'll both forget. So I don't see how they would implement that scene. So I don't know what his role is gonna be in there.
The way I see it, dog. Well, actually, what is Hulk doing like right now in the MCU? Like, is he?
The last time we saw him, he was training She-Hulk. Then he has a son now, Scar. He brought him up to the cookout because he banged the chick from Thor Ragnarok as the Hulk.
I don't imagine that. Anyway, but it's like.
Now, one thing I thought that was weird was that he was in the post credits scene of Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, and his arm was still in a sling from Endgame from when he snapped his fingers, but he wasn't in Professor Hulk form. He was in Bruce Banner. He was Bruce Banner form. So I thought like maybe he can like switch between two. I don't know. I think there's a chance that we probably won't even see the Hulk in the movie. We'll probably see just Bruce Banner.
But last time we
Um,
seen him, he was like Professor Hulk.
yeah, like he won his Professor Hulk in Endgame, and then in Shang-Chi he was as Bruce Banner, and then to She-Hulk he was Professor Hulk again.
And She Hulk takes place after Shang-Chi?
Yeah,
That makes no sense.
yeah. So I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know how that happened. Because Shang-Chi met with Bruce Banner, Captain Marvel, and then somebody else for knowledge on the for more knowledge on the Ten Rings.
Right.
Um, but I don't know why he went back to being Bruce Banner. I don't know. But you know, I guess we'll see.
And Marvel
Um,
really need to lock in. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like they
they're starting to lock in though. I'll say that. But yeah, they gotta lock in more.
yeah, I
But
want to see they're cooking. Well, Thunderbolts, they low key they kind of cook. Well, let me say this: they haven't been burning the food recently. They haven't made anything like Endgame, but you know they haven't made anything like uh you know Thor: Love and Thunder or what else was a bad Marvel movie recently? Brand
Eternals,
new, huh?
Eternals.
Yeah, Eternals, Brand New Day. Or
But I
not
know that I
that
know
kind
that at some point in time, like post Endgame, there was some guy not on the Marvel side, but on the Disney side, and he stepped into a higher position. He was kind of fucking shit up, and he was pushing for the Disney Plus aspects. That meant more projects, which meant he was pushing for more quality over quantity. Um, but since he's been gone, like they have more creative freedom to do what they want. But so maybe that's why things have been on an uptick lately.
of.
Because like people they want to say that like Marvel isn't the same, but it's like like I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of Phase 4 and Phase 5 projects were trash, but like 1 through 3 they weren't really exactly a walk in the park either. Like
Yeah,
for like Thor: The Dark World is without a doubt like still like top 5 worst MCU projects we've ever gotten. Um, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel.
yeah.
Um, like we still had like some slouches. They just weren't as consistent as they are now.
Was
Because Fantastic Four was the first movie of Phase 6, and I think and Phase 5 started with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So from that to the Thunderbolts, like at least the Thunderbolts finished the phase strong. So like the Thunderbolts and Deadpool and Wolverine were probably like the only
good movies from that phase.
good movies that we got. I
I
thought Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was okay. No, take that back. No, I didn't really like it that much.
dang,
I was being too generous. My fault. I was being too generous. I mean, I didn't hate it, but
it
uh,
wasn't good.
it, like
I understand.
I would probably give it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But it's supposed to. It doesn't take place. It takes place in the MCU, but it also doesn't take place in the MCU. Like it's a version of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but I don't even know how to explain it because they have it as part of the MCU timeline, but it's not MCU Spider-Man. It's a different version of his Spider-Man. However that works, but I don't I don't know.
Well, I'm hearing it. It's kind of like 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 a preset, like how in Fortnite you get like a separate like loadouts for your skins. That's what it sounds like. That's
Yeah,
one.
it's not even really that. Like it's like it's not even really Tom Holland's like Spider-Man like at all though. Like and because there's like so many other because like Norman Osborn's in there, Harry Osborn's in there, Tombstone's in there. But Tombstone, like he's not even like Tombstone yet. He's actually Peter's age. Um, he's like in his high school and whatnot. The Scorpion was in there. But like in costume, and we haven't seen that yet in the MCU. So I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think they were trying at first. The vision was to have this be like a prequel to Tom Holland's first appearance in Captain America: Civil War, but then they changed it up.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, but like the other heroes like they're still present in there. Like Doctor Strange is still there. Iron Man made an appearance, and then at the time the Sokovia Accords were so it was still set around the Civil War like era. It's just that instead of Spider-Man being taken in by Tony Stark, he was taken in by Norman Osborn because he was working with
Right.
Norman actually. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was an okay watch. Like I don't regret watching it, and I will watch season 2 because I'm still intrigued with what to do with the story and like the characters. But it's just all right,
Yeah.
you know. But so I mean, I'll probably say like those three. I'll probably like maybe like the only good few projects we got
Fantastic
within
Four.
phase 5. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was a rough start to that shit. All right, I
Man,
mean, was
see it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 phase 5 or was that phase 4?
I think that was Phase
I thought it
5.
was that phase 4?
Was it No Way
It's
Home?
it's part of phase 4.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think phase 4 ended. Phase 4 ended with Wakanda Forever.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought it ended with like uh No Way Home.
no, because No Way Home came in December of what was it, 2021? Yeah, phase 4 lasted from 2020 to 2023.
Dang, Phase 4 is that long?
Yeah,
I don't remember it being that long
I
though.
think the first phase 5 film was Deadpool and Wolverine. But then at the same time, though, like most of it, because Phase 4, that was when we had fucking like
COVID.
3 movies a year and 5 TV shows a year as well. So they were like, we had shit like
Yeah, sorry.
all the time. Oh no, I think was that no, I'm I'm pretty sure Ant-Man was Phase 5, not Deadpool Wolverine. I'm pretty sure it was Ant-Man. Yeah, it was Ant-Man.
Okay. Which phase was Multiverse of Madness in? Was that Phase 4?
Yeah, that was also Phase 4.
Was that good? I never watched it.
I thought it was good at first, but the more I watched it, the more I hated it. But a lot of people say it's underrated. I think it's like one of like the like how like when you see something that's like utter dog shit, but then you watch other stuff and it's like but and like those things are like a full on dumpster fire. And so the thing that you watch, it doesn't seem so bad in comparison. That's kind of like Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, bro. Like I
Hmm.
would watch that again over some of the slop that we've gotten, but I still think it's fucking garbage.
I gotcha.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would inject Multiverse of Madness into my bloodstream than ever look at a scene from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Dang.
Yeah, I would say that. But it's the past. We're in the present now. The future's looking kind of bright. Um, Marvel seems to be kind of getting back into their groove. Doomsday might be fire. Brand New Day might be fire. Secret Wars might be fire, and whatever else we get. And I know after Secret Wars, they said that they're going to do a soft reboot um, for Marvel. And then, DC, we got the start of the new DC universe. That seems promising. And then Matt Reeves, I think like last month, he just turned in the script for the Batman Part 2. And they'll start filming that after Robert Pattinson films for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. So, and, I'm expecting the Batman Part 2 to be peak. What we just need though, like the movies and the shows, like they seem promising, bro. But where are the games at though, bro? Like,
Yeah, like in the game.
dog, it's been 5 years since we've no 4 years. I'm sorry, since we've seen Wolverine, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. And
It's
then
like the new fighting Marvel game. Where's
I
that
think
at?
that drops this year or next year. Token Fighters.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like there's not really much. Like the Wonder Woman game got canceled. because Warner Brothers was stupid enough to announce that um, before they even started working on the game for real. Um,
That's crazy.
the I think the Black Panther game from EA got canceled
I,
because
yeah,
but I mean because it was something weird because EA because at first EA was gonna they were gonna outsource like other companies to make the Marvel games, but now they're keeping everything in house. So there's a chance it probably got saved, but there's also a high chance it probably got canceled. Along with like the because they're doing Iron Man, which Iron Man's really far into development, so that should still be coming out. It was Iron Man, Black Panther, and then something else, but it's untitled for now because they haven't really done much on it.
right.
Um, and then we have the Captain America and Black Panther game, which I'm expecting to be good because Amy Henning, who was the head writer for the Uncharted game, she's writing that game, but we haven't gotten a trailer. We haven't seen any new info on the story. We haven't seen any gameplay at all, and the game got delayed to early 2026. It was supposed to drop later this year,
Hey,
and we still got nothing, bro. And I know it was gonna delay because I'm like, I think they delayed it back in June or like May, but I'm like, yeah, they haven't fucking said anything.
I
So
mean, it was also kind of weird because they're gonna drop like a separate Black Panther game too, so that'd be kind of
yeah,
confusing.
it's a different company though. I forgot because Amy when she left Naughty Dog, I think she made or at least helped founded her this current company that's Skydance is making
Mm.
um this game, but yeah, so I don't know, and I'm gonna be real, like I would argue that until we get a trailer or something, like after the mess that was Spider-Man 2, the hype from Spider-Man 3 has just freaking just fell from the sky, bro. Because I was hyped for Spider-Man 2 before they even dropped any news for that. Because I'm like, bro, like after going from Spider-Man 1 and Miles, I'm like, dang, bro, like 2 is about to go crazy. And then
Oh,
we get to it, it's like, well, I don't really give a shit about 3, but like Wolverine, they gotta lock in for real, bro.
wait, did they cancel that Blade game?
Nah,
Or
Blade's still being made.
all right, but it's coming for every console now, right?
Yeah, it was. I think it was supposed to be just Xbox and PC, but since Xbox went third party,
And so the PlayStation now, apparently.
yeah, I looked into that. I mean, I'm not even really surprised because like Xbox did it first, so but uh, yeah, I don't know.
Ugh, not a fan, honestly.
But I hope that they don't just drop fucking everything on Xbox, like Xbox is kind of doing with PlayStation, because they dropped like a whole bunch of stuff. Because yeah, like I said, I would honestly just rather get a PC, or honestly, I'd rather just get an Xbox, because at least Xbox has backwards compatibility with all of their consoles. We can only play shit on the PS4, and I've honestly low-key been thinking about like buying a PlayStation 2 or 3, honestly, just to play like older games that we can't really access here. Because I'm sorry, the PlayStation Now it's just trash,
It is
and
pretty.
and you shouldn't have to pay fucking $20 just to play older games. Um, for that specific tier on the PlayStation Plus service. Like that's fucking crazy. But
Yeah, no, 100% that bad. That's whack, bro. Ooh,
yeah, but we finna go ahead and end it here. We will be streaming tonight. Um, what are we playing tonight?
uh,
Well, if Dylan hops on tonight, because he said he's hanging out with some other friends after work, which I mean, like what other friends does Dylan have? No disrespect, Dylan, but I'm surprised. Anyways, but yeah, so if he hops on tonight, for real, we will start Baldur's Gate.
this
Um, but yeah, yeah, I downloaded all the stuff I said that I got this morning. Only
yeah,
reason I got the nuts was because I'm actually close to getting the platinum trophy for that, so I'm actually do that.
okay.
But if you wanted to continue that series, I would be down.
Uh,
I wouldn't be mad at
maybe
it.
I look able to. I won't play something new low key. Like I remember we talked about Roblox. If y'all was down, I found some really fun games we can play on there. Uh, I don't know if you're interested in Marvel Rivals at all, but I've been
Nah,
getting back into it.
I'm still not, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But I would be down for Roblox. But we'll just have to do something like new for real, like after my short hiatus because I'm doing Mafia when it drops midnight this week, and then I'm gonna do Death Stranding 2 for the rest of August, and in September I'm replaying Ghost of Tsushima for Ghost of Yotei, which drops in October.
Gotcha.
But if you wanted to, we could play. Um, we could play Dark Pictures after Ghost of Yotei.
Around like November.
Yeah, like late October, November, whatever. Like honestly, I can take like a Sunday off in advance, and then we can just like play that um like that Saturday night
Yeah,
if you'll be down.
yeah. I'd be down.
All right,
I
word.
don't think I'll be doing anything. I think.
Yeah, but then after that, like I have no other. I only got into this training because one of my managers at work kept hyping that shit up. So that's the reason why I got into it. Um, and I thought the first one was okay, but I'm kind of intrigued for the second one. But yeah, after Ghost of Yotei, like I have nothing on my board to really play for the rest of the year. Um,
After freaking Sparking Zero and Spider Man 2, I have nothing to play, dog. I've been playing the same games over and over.
Dog, you should go to my profile, bro, and you should play the Mafia games, bro.
Well, what kind of games are they? They're like
It's kind of like they're kind of like GTA, kind of like ish. It's a story based game, but it's like a third person shooter.
mm,
But nah, bro, like it's I'm trying to think like the first two are set in like real. So like the first one, not to get into heavy spoilers, but the first one you play as this guy who's just a fucking taxi driver. Mafia pulls up. They're running out of like some sort of like shootout, and they get into his cab, and he's basically their getaway driver. They're running away from like this other mafia gang. So boom, cuts to another scene. That mafia gang recognizes taxi cab, and they fucking jump him and they trash his shit. So he goes to the mafia guys that he saved, and they said, "Listen, these guys been fucking my car, so we should just go over there and teach him a lesson." And so that's kind of how he gets like entangled with them.
yeah.
The second one was a guy who was in the military, and he came back, and he his only option for work is to work for the docks. And his father did that, and his dad died doing that job, and barely made any money. And he doesn't want to do that, so he wants some quick, easy cash. So his childhood friend who had connections to the mafia. He didn't work for the mafia yet, but you do work with them, and then they get entangled with the mafia as well. Mafia 3 was my favorite mafia game out the bunch. So in order to be in the mafia, you have to be Italian or have some sort of Italian heritage in you.
That's racist.
Um, it's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but if you don't though, you can still like you can have like your own mob and be tied into the mafia. So he plays this guy Lincoln Clay, who's a part of the Black Mafia. And the head of the mafia, like the city mafia, he was like, "Listen, I want you to run the district," because he just got back from a war as well. And he said no, and so the guy was like, "All right, bet." And so they celebrate at the place, and then they kill the dude's entire family. Then they shoot him in the head. But he survives. He has like this gigantic scar on his head, and it's basically like it's a fucking revenge tour game, bro. But it's so fire. Like he's basically like the Punisher, bro. It's so clean. But yeah, the Mafia games are fire. Like you would love them for sure.
But
The
that's
first two are fairly short too, because like there's like no side missions or anything like that. Like well, there kind of is something called free ride, where you go into like a free roam mode, and you can do like missions around that. But it's the main story, it's a linear experience. So like the first one took me like 15 hours to beat, the second one 10. Now the third one has like side content as well as DLC. So that game took me fucking 70 hours to beat, but it was worth it. But the
Oh,
gameplay is kind of repetitive though, because you're dismantling the mafia one by one, business by business, district by district, and so it's like basically go to this location, blow up these drugs, blow up these weapons, and then like kill this guy, yada yada yada, interrogate this guy, whatever. So it's fairly repetitive, but the third one was long as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but in this one, it's a prequel, um, set in like Italy actually, in like I think like the real early 1900s,
yeah.
or at least the late 1800s, and yeah, it's kind of like the foundation of the mafia and how it came to be. And I discovered that they were making this game in between my second and third between Mafia and 2 and 3. And so I was like, damn, yeah, I gotta finish Mafia 3 up quick so I can fucking play this shit.
Mm.
Because yeah, it looks like it looks like fucking Mafia and Red Dead and Uncharted mixing into one.
Well, that sounds
And
fire.
gameplay wise, it looks so clean, bro. Yeah, I took off Friday and Saturday to grind on that shit.
I actually forgot that I did have another game in the rotation. I don't know if you've been playing it, but I've also been playing some Hitman. That's been pretty fun.
I did play. I played Hitman and I deleted it because um I forgot why. There was a game I wanted to try out. Oh, just because it's on PlayStation Plus, I've been playing Sackboy: A New Adventure. It's a platformer game,
Oh yeah,
kind of like Astrobot. Yeah, I've been playing that, but yeah, I got Ghosts, I got Fortnite, um, Ghost Fortnite, Gotham Knights, and GTA. But that's also because I'm playing GTA with another friend later this month. But I went ahead and downloaded that, and then I also got Baldur's Gate.
right, awesome.
Um,
If Dylan doesn't hop on tonight, I look. Do want to play some Fortnite. I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably playing Fortnite right now after we hop on before I get my mom.
Word.
And what time? What time did you want to start?
Um,
Because literally, once I get back home, I'll be free again.
I see. I got some stuff to do, so it'll probably be like a while, but I'll text you.
All right.
I'll text you. But yeah, I'm down to start with some Fortnite. Um, yeah, and then I do want to look into that SWAT game where you save the hostages that were ready or not. That should look so clean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and low key, bro. If Dylan's interested in playing Ready or Not with us, we should make him buy that. Because I don't know when's the last time Dylan's bossing in for the group.
The last thing he's bought was
Phasmophobia, I think.
is either Faz or Grounded.
I thought you bought Grounded.
Well,
Or
actually,
maybe I'm tripping.
that might be.
Actually, I don't even know. I can actually see. I can stalk this dude's profile. I mean, that boy at work, he ain't gonna know. Yeah,
Facts, bro.
Dylan, because Dylan be locked in at work, bro. He a good boy, bro. He a good slave.
Not for real, bro. I be calling, text this dude. He don't reply. It's like 3 hours after he gets off.
Actually, I want to see what new shit he bought too. Probably bought like some more sports shit, bro.
He probably got the new UFC 4.
Why the fuck can't I view his library anymore? This dude was stalking the stream and he knew I was about to check his library.
Thanks.
Oh, I know why. That's fucked up.
I'm on a cookie clicker right now. Clicking them cookies.
All right, let's go to Lil Dill's library. This dude brought fucking MLB The Show 24. I'm weak.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah, that's most recent. My fault. Purchase date, new, old. Bruh. These are the top 3 most recent games he's bought, bruh. Backyard Baseball 97, EA Sports College Football 26, MLB The Show 25.
That's crazy.
Did he buy? He either bought Grounded or who bought Party Animals? Was that you?
I thought you bought Party Animals. Was that
Maybe
a
I
you?
did. It was one of those 2 he bought. Yeah, no, that boy need to lock in, bro. Man, my boy Dylan has even hit triple digits in his his library, bro.
Hey, bro.
He's got 94 games on here.
The boy need to lock in.
For real, bro. My boy only got my boy got 565 trophies for real. This boy was out here grinding on MLB The Show 24 though, bro.
I'm not
And
surprised.
EA Sports UFC 4. Damn, bro, he has no trophies on Cuphead.
Well, it might be because he's share playing.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, bro, most of his trophies are on sports shits, bro. And my boy was locking off Fall Guys. He got 73%. My fault. Yeah, 38% in Uno. Oh damn, that'll be. We could add that tonight, Loki. Uno. It's been a minute since we played some Uno.
Yeah, it's been, but I do want to get Baldur's Gate started. Unless we're going to be playing for like a bit tonight.
Yeah, how long did you want to play tonight? It's really up to you because I'm off tomorrow.
It's really up to Dylan because I'm not doing anything.
What the fuck happened to this dude's screen? Is this dude still here? My boy Ethan got 170 games in his library. That boy locked in. Oh damn, this dude Dylan wants to pre-order my Feel Question. Well, he disappeared, so that's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and hear y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the stream. We will see you tonight on Ethan's channel for I guess like a litany of games. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care. Stay safe. Peace out.